Good morning children. How are you all? Fine. Okay. So, I, Puspa Panda, welcome all my dear students of class 6 to this English class. So, YouTube live classes तुमे समस्त देखुचो ना? English रो तमरा almost course तो सरी जाइची. एबे आमे सबो grammar रो किछि portion cover करूचु. Right? जो basic grammar, basic structure तमर जोड़ा का जानिबा दरकार as a student of class 6 सेगुड़ा को सब एमे ए मार्च मासर क्लासेस रे कवर करूचु नहीं. So today I have a very interesting topic for you. I have two topics. One is contracted forms and the other is question tags. Okay. So these two things, these two grammatical things, they might seem very easy. Easy dekha janti, though it is very easy, but trickfully we have to tackle all these things. Contracted forms तुमे सबु बेले तुम lesson मानकरे देखुतबो ना. We will talk and discuss so many things about contraction forms or contractions जहाँ को हम English रे कहूचु and question tags. Okay, we will talk about question tags. The first thing is contracted forms or contractions. English रे we call them contractions or contracted forms. What are contracted forms? You must have seen in English text two different words, they are squeezed. Yeah. They are combined to make a single word. Two different words, they are combined or squeezed or put together to make a single word. And how do we do it? Suppose is not, I am. You must have seen such words or you use such words, right? So, is not is written like ISN apostrophe T, isn't, right? देखे थिबा तुम टेक्स्ट मानकरे when you are going through the chapters जति तुम टेक्स्ट कोटे पढुचो इंग्लिश रो, you must have seen such words जहाँ मझिरे गोटे apostrophe थिबो and किछि letters missing थिबो, right? And I am, we usually write am. आमे ताकू I am ताकू आमे squeeze करी दो, a ताकू omit करी दो and we put a apostrophe in between. I apostrophe m. So whenever we are squeezing two words, what is necessary? We omit some letters and we put an apostrophe in between in place of that letter. We omit one letter or more than one letters, right? And apostrophe is very necessary. And also in pronunciation, we squeeze the pronunciation of both the words. I am becomes am. Is not becomes isn't. Did not, didn't. She is, she's. Okay. So this is called contracted forms or contractions in English. So as you all know, contraction is not that necessary in written English. Okay. While writing in full words, full sentences or using the full words is always grammatically correct. Always grammatically correct. But we use contraction while you must have seen in plays, in novels or in a text when dialogues are there. We use contracted forms so that the reader, one who is reading, he feels a bit familiar with the author or the writer. What writer wants to say? The reader feels like he is talking to him or her. We feel like yes, the dialogues are really practically going on. एमती सत लगे कि हाँ कथबार्ता चली. ओके तो कॉन्ट्रैक्शन एटा गोटे स्टाइलिस्टिक पर्पस रे भी यूज करा जाए. गोटे रिटन इंग्लिश रो बा स्पोकन इंग्लिश रो एटा गोटे स्टाइलिस्टिक वे ऑफ प्रेजेंटेशन. सो कॉन्ट्रैक्शंस आर ग्रामेटिकली नॉट दैट यूजफुल, बट वी ऑल यूज दैट. एवरी इंग्लिश स्पीकिंग formally when we are writing a letter or application or any letter, we do not use contractions, but in an informal way, informally we use contractions. So and it is not that necessary, as I told you. It is a stylistic way of writing, and it gets you closer to the reader. You understand what a writer is actually speaking, or it becomes a realistic thing, right? So contractions, these are the shortened words, right? So I have, you must देखो पिला माने तुम्हें माने बहुत सारा, if you want to know, there are so many contracted words, there are so many contracted words you can get if you search internet रे देखिबो बहुत सारा contraction words अछि. मु सेगुडा को सब तुम मानक पे आनी परबिनी. It is your task कि in a book, in a text जोड़ा तुम्हें पढ़ुछ, you find out the contraction words and their full forms. There is always a base word जोटा full form रे लिखा हुए, we call it a base word. Base words is not, are base words, and these are contractions, isn't contractions. So contracted form रे base words थांदी and there is a contracted form. So it is your duty to find out कि how many contracted words you find out from your textbook and make a list of that. Okay, so I have a small worksheet for you. गोटे छोटो worksheet मु तम माने पे बनैछि. Try to do it. And I know there are hundreds of contracted forms, hundreds of, बहुत सारा contracted forms अच्छी. मुझे यदि सबोड़ा तेने discuss करिवी, time will pass away and मोर sorry बनी सेटा. Okay, तमरा contracted forms list sorry बनी. Okay, but I know with the help of your English teacher, you can find out so many contracted words. So this is, write the contracted forms of, right? I am, we are, you are, they have, they are. These are all familiar contracted forms jota mu tamuku dechi. These are all the words which we use. He is, it is, we will, you have, they have, she would, they will, who would. So egraka sabu contracted forms. And there are some माने आमे जेमती एबे तमे सब देखो तो WhatsApp रे बा Facebook रे हमर social media रे we are using some unfamiliar जोटा कि मतलब जोटा कि हमर spoken रे use करू आमे, but that is not formally correct. That is not formally. जेमती आमे लेखो जो got to, got to को आमे लेखो gotta. ना let me know तो आमे let me, एमती लेखो जो कुछ पाछो ना नहीं. तो kind of को हमें लिखो जो kinda. So these are some मतलब spoken रे हमें एगरा सब व्यवहार करो, but इटा grammatically these are not that accepted, but spoken रो beauty enhance करिबा पे we use contracted forms. Okay, so I will definitely like to tell you some common जोटा confusion एगुड़ा का टिके डिस्कशन करिबा बहुत दरकार होची. आमे केते गुडी आमे कॉन्ट्रैक्टेड फॉर्म से केते गुडी भूल आमे करू अननोइंगली, न जानि करी आमे किछि गोटे मिस्टेक करू. बट वी शुड बी वेरी केयरफुल व्हाइल राइटिंग ऑल दीज वर्ड्स कि केमिति लेखा हबो. सो माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स, मु तुमको कहूची कॉमनली कंफ्यूज्ड कॉन्ट्रैक्शन कोडा कथा है. कॉमनली कंफ्यूज्ड तमे देखिथिबो इट्स एंड it apostrophe s, its. Both have the same pronunciation, but their meaning is different. है ना? That meaning is different. आमे कौन करो? It's is a possessive noun. Its it's जो थे apostrophe नहीं, that is a possessive noun. Possessive noun means जो थे आमे this is its bag. Sorry, इन आमे जितने आमे कहूँ चो the boy closed its book. The boy closed its book. The dog closed its eyes. The dog closed its eyes. It its जो its its like apostrophe नहीं. Its eyes निजर, possessive. कहा को बुझाए. The ownership. Possessive means the ownership. कहार एटा. सेठी हमें apostrophe its रे use करो नहीं. It's a possessive noun. ठीक है जी. it apostrophe s is a contracted form. It is ना contract करके हमें it's कहू जो थे apostrophe use कराई जी. लिखिबा it's my book. It's my book. It is my book. It is my book. It's my responsibility. It's my responsibility. एहा मोर दायित्व. It is माने कोटा मो दायित्व. That thing, that work, that duty. ठीक है जी. It's my book. Eita. This one is my book. Okay. But the dog closed its eyes. Nijara. Okay. So this is the first confusion. जो थे हमें बहुत confuse हो its and its रे. ठीक है जी. Then second आसला whose and whose. ମୁଁ ତମକୁ ଦି ତିनटा my dear students एटा बहुत माने एटा गोटे बुझिबाकू गले बहुत जिंस एथरे अछि बट एटा कोन लिखुनी रे आटे पेट्रोल. ओके सो आ गोटे अछि एटी whose and whose. who who apostrophe s whose and whose whose. Now so whose is also a relative pronoun. Eta go pronoun re whose mane kahar eta. Whose book is this? Whose house is that? kahar sense re ame eta ko use karu kahar ownership etre achi. Eta kahar se jinsa ta. Whose horse was it? Na tamar gote lesson thibo eta gote English e gote ko class achi I don't remember. Whose horse was it? Whose book is this? kahar. ए पुस्तक टी kahar, right? But whose apostrophe s जो लगेला it is who is को contracted forms. One is the pronoun, relative pronoun, and other is the contracted forms of two words. Who is there? Who is going to the party? Who is coming to my house? Who is your best friend? So who is एठी आसला हमर कोन contracted forms and other टा हैला हमर possessive noun. ठीक अछि pronoun sorry. Then आउ गोटे जिंस मु तुमको कहि दे एठी yours and your. तीनटा जिंस हमें बहुत confusion हुए सेठी. your this is your book तमरो, right? This is your book. एटा होची possessive determiner. माने एटा कहार this book टा कहा को belong करूछ. This is your book. That is your house. This is your dog. This is your pen. तो एटा हैला तमरा possessive determiner. Then okay so and tapare asla eta belonging to. I love your dress. I love your handwriting. So eta gala first your. This one yours tapare asla yours without apostrophe. Do not use an apostrophe in yours re kebe hele apostrophe use kara jiba nahi. It is also a possessive pronoun. The class is yours. मैंने कही the class is yours, the job is yours. एटा तुम्हारा job, एटा तुम्हारा class. Yours आमे लेखु छु ना application है तुम्हें लेखु तो वो yours sincerely. We do try. मु देखी I have seen so many students and so many big people also. They write they put an apostrophe in yours. एठी apostrophe दे दियंती. But सेटा apostrophe के पहले दिया होगा नहीं. Okay. We always simply we have to write. The job is yours faithfully or yours sincerely. ठीक है जी सेठी apostrophe देबा नाही. Confuse आउ हबनी ना. Then आउ गोटे your देखो तीनटा जाका एटा को homophones माने same sound. yours and your रबी pronunciation your ही रहबा. You are, this is the contracted form. This is the contracted form of you are. You are beautiful. You are going to school. You are my best friend. Okay. So you are. So these are the three things जोठी हमें confuse हो चो. So आओ केबे in future don't get confused. आउ गोटे कन्फ्यूजन एरिया हैला there and there. There, THERE there and THEIR there and they are. तीनटा जिनस पुणी there, THERE there, THEIR there and THEY they are. When contracted, it is also pronounced as there. Okay. So कौन केमती ना I used to go there. It is adverb pronoun. कुआडे जाउछ सेठा को जाउछ. I used to go there. Okay. So I usually play there. I usually play there. मु सेठी प्राय खेले. मु सेठा को प्राय जाए सेठा को the स्थान. Okay. Adverb pronoun एटा. ठीक अछि. It means that place. स्थान को बुझाए. Then there. एटा होची possessive determiner. This is their house. Okay, this is their house. This is their school. तांको school. Okay, एटा बुझाए कहा को एटा belong करूची. Their house माने तांकर घर. प्रथम देर THERE there थिला सेठारे स्थान. एटा होची हमर adverb pronoun माने adverb रे यूज करा जाय जो pronoun टा ना. एटा हैला possessive determiner. तांकर their house is big. तांको घरटी बहुत बड़ा. There, THEIR. So there और there रे confusion के भी हबना. Then contraction form they are. They are good people. They are very nice to me. They are को हमें contract करेगी there. They are very nice to me. They are so lovable. They are so beautiful. They are so nice to me. So एगुड़ा सब है confusion area. आउ भी बहुत सारा जिनस अच्छी my dear students. जेतेबेले when you will grow up and go to higher classes, you will get to know more about these contracted forms. But aji a class पे because I have a limited time for you and we have another good thing, another beautiful topic to discuss, and that is question tags. Question tags को हमें discuss करिबा. Contracted forms, there is a task for you. You complete this task. एठी गोटे दिया है contracted forms देखिबो and then you have to match the words with their contracted forms. Okay, इटा कर देबो तमे and then next we will move to question tags. So what is a question tag? For because I have a little time for you, समय कम अछि मु तुमको अल्प अल्प कहि देबी, but you do some more activities. जेतेल तमे net search करिबो, by in your classroom you can ask your teachers to talk or share so many things about question tags. He or she will talk. तमे गोटे class रे discussion करि पारिबो. You can elaborate this topic. Okay, it is question tags. तुमे सब देखिथिबो एडा को आगु एग्जाम्स रे भी पढुथला, एबे भी पढुची. Question tag के कोन? What is a question tag? Question tag, it is tagged. जब हमें फ्रेंड्स मानो को फेसबुक रे टैग करू ना, सेमती टैग करा जाए आफ्टर अ स्टेटमेंट. आफ्टर अ स्टेटमेंट गोटे लाइन गोटे वाक्य लास्ट रे एट द लास्ट ऑफ अ स्टेटमेंट वी टैग इट बा वी पुट इट. क्वेश्चन टैग, राइट? एंड केते बेले व्हाई डू वी यूज क्वेश्चन टैग्स? क्वेश्चन टैग काई यूज करू? व्हेन वी आर कंफ्यूज्ड अबाउट अ थिंग, when we are asking for our confirmation, आमे किछ गोटे कन्फर्म होबा पई किछ गोटे पचारू, or for an agreement, जेतले आमे चाहू जे अन्य माने आम कथरे एग्री करिवे बा राजी हे. So in these three situations we use a question tag. Okay, so it is also question tag गुडा को भी most of the time it is contraction form ru hi आसी. We use contracted forms and then it is put at the last of the statement and it is basically used in spoken English. Eta bhi, well, while we are speaking English we use question tags. बा हमर written रे बहुत rarely eta use करा जाए, but it is used. Okay, but you should know, as a student you should know what are question tags and how to use it. Okay, there are some rules, there are some formulas to how to use the question tags. Nahi, jemti ki for example, you are a student, मैं लिखिबी you are a student, you are a student. You are a student, aren't you? Mujhe likhibi, aren't you? Aren't you? Question mark. Question tag. There is always a question mark at the end. Isn't a teacher? Is she? Rosie? एठी तुमे कौन देखुच क्वेश्चन टैग्स गुड़ाक एठी लिखि यू आर अ स्टूडेंट आरंट यू एठी मु टिके तमठु आंसर चाहूची ओके आई वांट यू टू एग्री कि यस आई एम अ स्टूडेंट आंसर टा हबो यस एठी मु तमर एग्रीमेंट चाहूची तमर कंफर्मेशन चाहूची कि यू आर अ स्टूडेंट ओके आरंट यू यस द आंसर इज यस this car is beautiful isn't it this car is beautiful isn't it it is a beautiful car isn't it eta gote sundar car isn't it so like that Rosie isn't a teacher kintu mete pacharche Rosie teacher nuhe is she okay so like that joti mate confirm confusion achi confirm achi or I want you to agree sethi question tag ro vyavhar kara jaye but gote jinsa hela there are two types of sentences you know one is a positive statement and a negative statement joti not lagi thae those sentences are called negative sentences and joti not ro use hai na thae those are positive sentences right ethi jo first likhle you are a student it's a positive sentence positive statement it is a beautiful car positive Rosie isn't a teacher negative so जेतेबेले स्टेटमेंट तमरा पॉजिटिव रहिबो क्वेश्चन टैग नेगेटिव हबो जेतेबेले स्टेटमेंट तमरा नेगेटिव हबो क्वेश्चन टैग पॉजिटिव रहिबो ओके सो दीटा एग्जांपल मु तमो कहिली मने रखिबो पॉजिटिव स्टेटमेंट संगेरे नेगेटिव टैग पॉजिटिव संगेरे पॉजिटिव जदी स्टेटमेंट हैला नेगेटिव टैग नेगेटिव स्टेटमेंट पॉजिटिव टैग ओके एंड वन मोर थिंग स्टेटमेंट एंड द क्वेश्चन टैग दीटा जाकर गोटे टेंस रे रहइबो जदी सिंपल प्रेजेंट अछि सिंपल प्रेजेंट रहइबो जदी सिंपल पास्ट स्टेटमेंट अछि टैग भी सिंपल पास्ट रहइबो जदी फ्यूचर टाइम अछि विल अछि एटा भी क्वेश्चन टैग भी विल रे रहिबो सो टेंस is always the same the tense always remains the same question statement and question tag both are always in same tense we will talk about that now and for the negative tag use a contracted form of helping verb to तुमे जानी तो was is एगुडा सब did had एगुडा सब होला हमर helping verbs and not ठीक अछि helping verb and not ta use kariba for negative contraction if the sentence is positive tag is negative if the sentence is negative tag is positive and always pronouns are used Ram is a good boy isn't he isn't Ram ame likhibani Ram is a good boy isn't he jadibo jadi Rima is a good girl isn't she है ना एमदिया तो always use a pronoun जदि name अच्छी always use a pronoun in question tags अच्छा we will talk about some rules so now question tag तुम्हें कौन बुझिलो केते बेले यूज करा जाए तुम्हें बुझिलो it is always used after a statement in a sentence and it carries a question mark negative by positive question tag positive statement by negative question tag and it is always pronoun use kara jaye na noun jagah re we use pronouns right I will now time tike kam achi I will discuss some rules of question tags dekhandu first hela jete bele when some words are negative in negative words hai jemti ki he hardly does any work so seti kon haba when the negative jetale use kara habo it will take positive question tags he hardly he hardly does any work. Any work. Does he? And statement पर गोटे comma रहिबो, then question tag. तो जिते बेले hardly, seldom, scarcely, rarely, barely ए सब words उडा एटा सब negative words उडा तो या एथि तमर एटा question tag ता positive रहिबो. एटी किछि negative नाही, but this word is negative. Hardly, scarcely. He found barely something to eat. He found barely something to eat. Barely माने एटा गोटे negative sense रे जाउछ. Did he? He found barely something to eat. Did he? तो ए सब words रे आ not तुमे पाइबनी, but question tag positive रहिबो. Okay? एटा होची first rule तार. He is seldom absent. He is seldom absent. Is he? से बेले बेले absent हुए. Is he? Yes. So then rule 2. If the sentence starts with there, the question tag will have there in place of a pronoun. जति there रो गोटे sentence. There is no rain. एटा होची rule 2 रो. There is no rain. Is there? Is there? There is no rain. Is there? कौन हैला? Is ता is रहिला, there ता there रहिला. There is no rain. Is there? बुझिला ना नहीं? So this is rule 2. जेतेबेले there रो गोटे there were no good schools in the town. There were no good schools in the town. Were there? Were there? So there ता there pronoun ता always रहिबो. ठीक अछि? So this is rule 2. Then rule 3. Rule 3 हैला the question tag is made in accordance with the main part of the sentence. Main part, I think he is sleeping. I think he is sleeping. Isn't he? Here it देखो मैं तुमको लिखली I think he is sleeping. I think एठी जो रहला I think एटा main part नु. This is not the main part of the sentence. He is sleeping. एटा को देखे कि question tag करिया पड़िबो. Isn't he? Isn't he? He is. He जगह रे he रहला is टा is not negative हे गेला ना. I think को आउ सेठी notice करा जिवो नाही. I think, comma, he is sleeping. Isn't he? So this is rule number 3 कि जोटा main part of the sentence थिबो ताकू नै किरी बना जिवो. Then there is no contraction. am not गोटे शब्द पिला माने तमे देखुथबो am not रो contraction किछि नाही. ठीक है जी. am not, I am fine. Suppose लेखा हबो I am fine. सेठी am not I आउ लेखा जिवनी. aren't I? Okay. I am fine. Aren't I? सेठी am not. There is no contraction for am not. है ना? contraction form रे आउ गोटे तमरो ये थिला will not आमे willn't लेखुनु. will not को आमे लेखुछु won't. This is an exception. Exceptions तो एठी गोटे exceptions बा एको ग्रहण करनिया जाईची. will not we read as won't. am not aren't. Okay, so एटा गोटे अछि I am fine, aren't I? So rule number 4 गला. Rule number 5, each, everyone, everybody, nobody. ठीक है जी. These are जो एकड़ा फर्स्ट these are singular है ना. Singular hence will take singular. Everyone, none, everybody, these are singular words. It will always take a singular question tag. केमिति everyone has come. Haven't he? Everyone has come. ମୁଁ तुमको लिखिबी everyone has come. Everyone has come. Everyone एठी these are singular words. तमो मु कहली ना each, everyone, everybody, nobody. So everyone has come. Haven't he? Hasn't he लिखा आउ सेठी hasn't लिखा होनी. Haven't he? Okay. So everyone can swim. Can't they? Everyone can swim, can't they? So this is rule number 5. Okay. So next, my dear students, there are so many rules, but mu तुमको एकदम short रे कही दूची. Rule number 6 है if a sentence starts with let us by let's, तो shall we is used. जेमती let us go for a walk tomorrow. Shall we? Let us go. मैं लेखी भी नहीं, मु तुमको कही दूची. Let us go for a walk. Shall we? Let us go for a party. Shall we? Okay, let us are always replaced by shall. Then rule number 7. Important sentences, the imperative sentences. तो imperative sentence माने जोठे हमें order, command बा एबला किसी दोचो instruction दोचो, they always the tag won't you is used. Won't you is used. So जेमती come in, won't you? So there are so many how we rules ले collective nouns जेमती रहला सेटा होची. Collective nouns take a singular verb. जेमती the board has taken its decision, hasn't it? The board गोटे कौन एटा collective noun नगरे सब बेले singular pronoun use करा जिवो. The board has taken its decision, hasn't it? Then एमतिया बहुत सारा my dear students rules अछि. I have a beautiful chart for you. तमाने पे गोटे सुंदर चार्ट दीटा खाली करी के आनची. You just go through this chart. एथिरे तमे सबु जिंस पाई जिवो जे गोटे को टेंस रे को क्वेश्चन टैग को केमती यूज करिवो. देखो just I will put some light on this chart. देखो verb रो टेंस लिखाई जाइछ. Present be form, present simple, past continuous, present perfect, past perfect, will बा future जोटा हम simple future कहूछु बा model verbs. एठी sentence केमती रहिबो, tag केमती रहिबो. Sentence tag. She is, देखो present be form रे हमें केमती लिखुछु. She is beautiful, isn't she? ना एटा ला positive statement, negative tag. याकु जदि हमें करिबा she isn't beautiful, is she? आमर एटा रहला सेंटेंस टा नेगेटिव हे गेला, एटा पास्ट देला. सेम दिस सिंपल प्रेजेंट रे you play football, don't you? You play football, don't you? You don't play football, do you? Past simple ले you were at school, weren't you? You weren't at school, were you? So एटा ए सेंटेंस टा तुम्हें पढ़ी देले ना बहुत बढ़िया से जानी जीवो जे क्वेश्चन टैग को केमिति यूज करा जीवो इन डिफरेंट टेंसेस. In different tenses, I have taken here all the tenses. Past continuous. Gopi was watching TV, wasn't he? Gopi was watching TV. देखो गोपी जगह रे ही लिखा है, गोपी लिखा है ना. तो noun is always replaced by a pronoun. Question tag रे always pronoun use करा जीवो, right? Gopi was watching TV, wasn't he? Gopi wasn't watching TV, was he? Look at the difference. Present perfect. He has written the letters, hasn't he? He has written the letters. The letters लेके साथ जेटा है तमारा present perfect recently लिखा है. He hasn't written the letter, has he? देखो so beautiful. ये चार्ट को तुम्हें भल से देखिवो, एटा को zoom करके देखिवो. तमारा YouTube रे यदि मतलब तुम देखा जाओ न तबो ताको ऐसे स्क्रीनशॉट नहीं की ताको zoom करके देखि देबो, बहुत बढ़िया लागिवो. Past perfect. He had written the letter, hadn't he? He had written the letter, hadn't he? He hadn't written the letter, had he? Okay. Will. He will go to school. Won't he? He won't go to school. देखो will not टाको में ठीक won't लिखी जी. He won't go to school. Will he? Will not रो contraction है ला won't. Am not रो aren't. These are two exceptions. He won't go to school. Will he? Same the model verb say. He can swim. He can swim. Can't he? He can swim. Can't he? Then he can't swim. Can he? So ए चार्ट को टिके भल से देखिबो. मु तो पढ़ी जे तमना पे तमे आउ थरे वीडियो टा को बार-बार देखिले तमरा मने रहि जिवो ए जिंसटा. So there is another chart for you. ए एक्टिविटी टा भी तमे करिवो. Dear students, time is very short. ए टाइम टा बहुत कम अछि. एटा बहुत गोटे आउ टिके डिटेल रे मु तमको बुझे थांती, but एटा time is so short. There is one activity. His father is a dentist. You have to put the question tags after each statement. There are 15 statements. याको पढ़िबा, पढ़ी किरी एटा को क्वेश्चन टैग निजे निजे ताकू पुट करने को चेष्टा करिवो एंड शो यू टू योर क्लास टीचर जो मैंने तुमको इंग्लिश पढ़ाउछंती तांके संगे डिस्कशन करिवो कोटा ठीक अछि कोटा भूल अछि ओके एंड ट्राई टू डू इट योरसेल्फ त माने ए चार्ट को निज कॉपीज रे बनै देबो ए चार्ट ऊपर डिस्कशन करके निजे निजे क्वेश्चन टैग बनैबो एंड देखिवो तमर केतुरा ठीक अछि केतुरा ठीक नै सो this was a brief discussion about contracted forms or contraction in English and question tags. Na? These two things, as I told you, he always basically these are used in spoken English. Kahiba bele while speaking English, we use this to enhance the beauty of our speaking. Katha ta sundar suna jibo. It is a stylistic way, as I have already told you. And eta ko written form re eta accepted nahi, but still we use it. So the two beautiful topics I told something about that. Basi search karibo, Google dekhibo, and you will know more about question tags and contraction forms. So with this I remain. Thank you so much for watching. Keep studying, keep reading, keep shining. Thank you so much.